I want to suck some blood. And I've been waiting all episode to play this game with you guys. This is Dontnod's Vampyr. Our own Blake Siefken is going to come up here and man the chat with me. It's a single-player game. I want to hear the game first. Oh, you want to hear the game? Okay, so we're going to press play on new game. We're starting right from the beginning. It's going to take us into a bit of a movie sequence to kind of explain stuff. So I'm going to try to just shut up a little bit so you can hear it, okay? Does that sound cool? It takes a bit to load in here. But feel free to ask us questions or comments and make it in all caps to make it easier when we're looking through the chat, okay? But let's take a look at Vampyr. I'm just going to keep saying Vampyr until someone corrects me and says, no, it's Vampire, dude. Does that sound okay?
You can call it whatever you want there.
Okay. This blood-sucking vampire game right here.
Crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4
Volume's all right.
Piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. It is perhaps the
Hi, everyone.
Jordan says hello.
For the once proud
Hello, Blake.
city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance
I'm whispering
because
I don't want to interrupt the movie.
Yes.
But people in the chat were. I don't compose the music. I just pick the music to put in the segments. I don't actually write it myself.
Star, a dire presage, turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found.
Let me know if the music and everything is perfectly balanced in the stream.
I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness?
Vic, Paul Adamson wants to know who your favorite vampire character
But
is.
enslaved stone. What is glass but tortured sand?
Blade.
What is song but a call to arms?
Freaking love Wesley Snipes
What
and
is
Blade. It was
hate
awesome.
but
I like
guilty
Kiefer
love?
Sutherland in The Lost
What is
Boys.
life but death?
Yeah, he was great too.
Pending.
I actually liked Interview with the Vampire too. You know what? I'm kind of bored with zombies. Up with vampires. Okay.
Dracula's a pretty cool one too.
Yeah, Gary Oldman was awesome.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous
Be very quiet. I'm hunting
keep
rabbits.
mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all
So Vic, you haven't played this game at all, right?
I just started to control it a little bit just to make sure it was working.
awesome, holy
But this is right from the very beginning.
A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Lovely opening. Super cool.
These guys know how to tell story
Yeah.
at Dontnod. Thing is, I like how the game is so different from Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Life is Strange was an adventure game. This is like an action game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice when a developer changes gears so dramatically.
Yep. So you awaken as this doctor character. I'm sorry I don't know his name. Jonathan. And
You're a doctor. It's the Spanish flu, right? That the game takes place in during the Spanish flu epidemic?
I don't know. It's London in the 1800s.
Was that the Spanish flu?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Spanish flu was a bit after that, I think.
This isn't the plague?
No, the
No,
plague
the
would
was
be earlier.
way earlier. Yeah. Okay, so you wake up, and I can go in every direction, but obviously I'm hobbled here, and I can't move that fast. So,
Are we allowed to talk loud now?
yeah, we can talk about that.
Yay!
So we're gonna walk towards this blood trail. This is about as far as I got in the game. So I've seen this bit.
So the basic premise is that you're a doctor who becomes a vampire, and you become a good vampire or an evil vampire depending on your actions, right?
There are moral choices and dilemmas, and your choices have consequences. Okay, so he sees this heart pumping. He sees the blood, and this is, I guess, the way the game shows how vampires would see. And he walks up and...
So is it going to give you the choice of...
No. still the opening.
Oh, I see. I see. I thought you were just gonna start sucking her blood.
This woman is very happy to see him alive. Pretty cool.
So is that your girlfriend or your wife?
Worse.
Your daughter?
I guess that would be the worst.
Your mother? Who is it?
Sister.
Oh.
My sweet brother, what have you done?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Mary,
So right away, stake into the heart. Good job, Dontnod.
Mary.
That's a very effective way to start a game.
Right? That's like chills down the spine right there.
Hold on. Please, hold on.
And now he's a doctor, and you can see that he's trying to save her.
She would turn into a vampire too, wouldn't she?
Well, they kill to eat too.
But isn't it like, but if you get bit by a vampire and you don't die,
If you don't die, yes, you're a vampire.
but he didn't suck enough of her blood to kill her.
I think he killed her because he was starving. This brought him back to life.
Well, that's intense.
Oh. Goodbye, sister. Let me throw you on the heap of dead people.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided's new DLC looks weird.
It's a
Yeah, this guy does look kind of vaguely Elias
Dr.
Defexis.
Reed is what Taz said, so Jonathan Reed.
No.
Is that a reference to some
Wait, a
vampire
moment, let me explain.
thing? I'm gonna
Ooh.
Google that.
So he's much healthier now, so he can run.
These patrols are after me.
No, there's no historical vampire
don't
fiction named Reed.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on playing,
Okay.
show you some of this game. It's massive, right? So we're not going to see tons today. What time is it now? It's 1:45, so we'll say 2:15. So we'll put
So
a
we're gonna
good
get as
half
far as
hour.
we can in half an hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
here we go.
Yeah, it's tough with these games, especially big ones, because the intro is always, it's always so like, you never just jump right into the game.
No.
right?
This is kind of reminding me of Half-Life.
Please.
Oh, because you're
Or from-
running from,
yeah.
yeah, you gotta go down the sewers and...
So they're giving us, there's quite a bit of pop-in happening.
Yeah.
They're giving us the scale of the environment, so you get a sense of where you got to go.
We should say, as usual, the frame rate might be a little bit less than what it should be, just because of the way we're streaming. We have the video feed is running through like 3 different things.
Yeah, I got a
So
machete.
if you were playing this game just by itself, it would probably have a better frame rate.
Also, this is just a regular PlayStation 4, and our stream isn't super high fidelity either.
Oh yeah, and we're only at 720.
The on the Pro, which I tested it on just before I sat down here. It looked awesome.
So don't make or break the game based on what you're seeing right now.
Yeah,
Visually, anyway.
I'll try to stream some off of the Pro. I know I'm going to be playing it for a long time.
Sam Hain 111 says he's a doctor. He should be called Dr. Acula.
That's very good.
I think there was an exploitation movie called Dr. Acula, like a really
like that.
bad cheesy vampire movie. I'm gonna Google that. I think it
Oh,
was
man. He's just killing these people. He should feed. Oh, did I lose my machete? No, I got it. Okay, it just disappears into my pants.
like, wasn't there? There was a movie called Dr. Acula.
I love that.
I think. I know there's a band apparently.
Oh, this is so cool, man. They've done a great job with the environmental modeling. So they're just teaching me that I'm switching up between targets.
Oh, Dr. Acula was a proposed film by Ed Wood,
Oh, was it?
so it was never actually made.
That's
That sounds like
perfect.
something Ed Wood would make.
That's perfect. That was great. Print.
You're Dr. Acula.
That's a wrap.
You're a doctor, but you suck blood.
I like it. That's great. Johnny Depp was amazing in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Tyler Fisher says the voice actor for Raziel in Legacy of Kain just died.
Raziel?
Yeah, Raziel, yeah.
Oh, that sucks. What's his name?
I'm gonna Google it right now. We didn't hear about this.
Die, you fucking leech. Listen to me, I can't make any sense of this.
Did he just die, or are you just telling us this because it's a vampire game?
Who are you? What is this all about? Uh-oh. He's in the sunlight? What's happening? Oh, no!
There's no sunlight in England.
On this day, there was.
It's always overcast.
This was the one day of 1814, or whatever this date is. Aggravated damage. This is cool. I thought it was going to be a little bit more slower paced to begin with, but I'm actually running for my life and hacking and slashing. It's almost like an Assassin's Creed game.
Abby Jamison is asking, with all of the re-releases that Capcom has been doing, like Devil May Cry and Street Fighter.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, so this guy is like shooting an elephant gun at me. Okay, go ahead.
Does that make you think it's more likely that we'll ever get a new Ghost and Goblins game?
Like Maximo?
Yeah, like referencing the buried treasure we just had.
Maybe. I think they would maybe start with like a Maximo and Ghost and Goblin.
Yeah, I think it would be Ghost and Goblins first, because that's more iconic, I guess.
And then if that did really well, they would go, well, listen. I mean, that's why they do these things. It's A, to bring in some revenue, and when development slows down a little bit, they also know there's the fan demand for it. But they also do them to test out to see if people should make more of these types of games. So maybe they would put all of the Ghost and Goblins variations plus Maximo onto it. I mean, that's a good idea. If anybody from Capcom is watching, I think you have a bunch of people watching this that would probably be into that. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this dead guy. The chat is confused, I think.
He just killed his sister. Oh, he made it home.
What have you
Or he made it to his sister's home, where they live together.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry.
Are you lying
Whoever
now and
did
saying
this to
that
us.
whoever did the as in whoever turned you into a vampire? I think, right?
I missed that. I looked at the chat for a second.
Oh, okay. Did you just get turned into a vampire?
I just woke up.
Oh, okay.
On a
So
pile. I don't know what the.
So you don't know what the.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's.
It's one of those.
The the mystery is
You
how
discover
did I get
what,
to this?
Yeah, you discover what's going on. What are your thoughts about Sony and their advent calendar
This is
leading up to E3?
all blood, by the way.
Because Sony is.
Yeah, they're releasing a little bit
Yeah, they're
every day.
doing-
And what was today? Was it the Tetris
It was
effect?
the
that?
Tetris thing we had in the news. Yeah,
That's great. I think it's awesome.
I think it's smart because like
They're preempting Walmart.
you,
Oh my goodness.
I don't begrudge them for because you think you announce everything on E3. It gets lost in the shuffle, right?
Yeah.
Like that Tetris game
Yes.
would have been totally lost in the shuffle if it was just announced during E3.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we are moving away from the importance of those 3 to 5 days, as a singular thing, like what Nintendo's been doing with their directs for the last few years.
He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go
And E3 now is open to the public. It's not just a retailer. I mean, E3 started as a retailer and a press thing, and the retail industry has been devastated to sell anything, but particularly physical media. And the media industry has been really devastated in a lot of ways too. Now everyone is a media person, so they need to find new ways to get the message out, get the word out. And it's not all just relegated to that E3 week, but E3 week needs to happen. I know Jeff Keighley feels the same way. It's like the Cannes Film Festival. It's like here's a chance for the entire world to converge and reveal a slate. Not all of the secrets, but a big chunk of them.
It's a good excuse to go down to a nice warm location and pretend like we're working for a few days and see all our friends.
I'll tell you this: this is my 24th one. I know it's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's always work.
We do work, but whenever I feel like everyone else is there is just playing games.
Yes.
I guess that's me being a snob.
Well,
like,
I mean, that's part of the job is to kind of do the litmus test and to walk around and to meet with people and You know, if you're making games or you that side of the business.
Yeah. Not everyone's carrying a big camera bag though.
Yeah.
Who goes there?
That she might linger longer, her eyes a prayer for the summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must take scent.
Vic, Tiago Santos wants to know if you're looking forward to the new Forza game. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I love the Horizon
That's
franchise.
definitely going to be announced at E3.
Yeah, no, I love Horizon. 3 was my favorite game of that year.
Was it really the whole year?
Yeah, yeah, it totally knocked me on my butt. I remember we did the Rocket and Ray guns, and I was alone in that sentiment, but I couldn't believe how good that game was. Because I honestly hadn't played much of the Horizon stuff prior to that. That was always a Ben and Jose thing. I checked them out, but I hadn't like sunk hours in, and when I sunk hours into 3, I was like, this is incredible. And now Playground is doing what? They're doing something totally not racing.
We did a story on it recently.
Yeah.
Let me check. I can't remember. We played this game at E3 2 years ago, didn't we?
Vampire?
Yeah.
Or Vampyr? It's been in development for a long time. Okay, so I'm equipping myself.
I remember it was behind behind closed doors. It wasn't
Yes.
on the show floor, but we did play it,
Yeah,
and that was 2 years ago.
And now,
yeah, these things take a while.
I can
I certainly look at this and go, why hasn't Assassin's Creed never made a vampire character? That would be so fun.
Yeah, they're doing Forza
Like
Horizon
a
4.
vampire character that's climbing up buildings,
Yeah,
and sort
but-
of Batman, but he's got to go and...
But they don't really have supernatural stuff. They have to
Yeah.
be grounded in reality
Yeah,
and
sure.
only have aliens that build the pyramids.
right. Grounded in reality. Giant sea... Or
Yeah.
giant snakes that you're
Yeah.
fighting and stuff.
Giant snakes and pyramid aliens and unicorns that
Diving
you can
underwater
buy.
and fight sharks.
Yeah. Wrestle a shark with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Jump off the pyramid and not die
Yeah.
into
Why?
a bale of hay.
Bale of hay. I do that in real life sometimes. My bloody diary.
Will EPN be visiting Human Head Studios for interviews on Rune Ragnarok?
No.
At E3? I'm not sure. Would they be at E3? Would they have a booth?
I actually have not even. I don't know anything about Rune Ragnarok. I guess I got to check that out. I know they're not on our schedule currently. Are they publishing it? Or is that
Let me check.
Or is that a?
Let me ask Google.
A Devolver thing.
Let's see what the old Google says.
All right.
Human Head's developing it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say who's publishing it.
They might be just getting it out. I mean, Rune was a very cool game back in the day, and I guess they own the rights to it, and they're just bringing it back.
Didn't we see this game at PAX?
I had better
Didn't we interview these guys at PAX?
Nope.
Okay.
I better remain here until nightfall. Okay,
Yeah, I think
so
Human Head is just publishing it themselves.
self-publishing. Is it a Kickstarter?
So the answer to your question is no.
No, currently not.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention, though. Oh yeah, Paul Adamson just pointed out. Yeah, there was the rumor is that Playground is doing the next Fable.
Ah,
That
yes.
The rumor is that Microsoft they're expanding and hiring a bunch of people to do a new Fable game.
Oh, that'd be huge. That'd be a big announcement.
I remember that now. It was a couple months ago that
Yeah.
yeah.
Microsoft needs something like that. It'd be pretty rad if they said, okay, and Molyneux is their creative director on it, too.
Yeah, or consultant or something.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see Fable at E3 this year?
Yeah.
At Microsoft's press conference?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Get like an animated teaser
Yeah.
for it. And
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
So there's not much for me to interact with, and it's saying I can't leave the house until nightfall, so what do? Go have tea?
Taz says he hates the oversaturation of zombie games as the primary
Better
fantasy
remain here
race.
until nightfall.
Maybe if this game does well, we'll see more vampires.
Can't open this.
I think the
Oh,
oversaturation
maybe
of
I go to
zombies.
sleep. Maybe I just go to sleep.
I think all the zombies we saw weren't just in video games, but in movies as well, because it was part of the cultural zeitgeist,
Mhm.
not just video games. It was everything, because we
Yeah.
saw them in everything, right? But yeah, maybe we'll start seeing more vampires.
This makes no sense. None of it.
If you make a vampire game, though, automatically it's going to be mature rated, and I think there are ways to make a zombie game that isn't M rated.
You can make this teen rated, can't you?
You're sucking blood out of people. Blood is the determining factor.
Right, because they don't like the color red.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the MPAA.
So if you make a zombie thing like Plants vs. Zombies or whatever, there's a lot more leeway that you have in terms of being able to reach all kinds of people.
Yeah. I mean, you could have a cute cartoon vampire type Plants vs. Zombies thing, but yeah, the minute they start sucking blood...
This is heavy. He's going to try to kill himself.
You can't kill yourself that way. You got to stab yourself.
Thinking only. I guess so. Did you see his place? It's all just devastation and dead people everywhere. I'm gonna try it. Let's do it.
You're not gonna. It's not gonna work.
Credits.
You gotta do this. You gotta do a stake through your.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That was Vampyr. It's the shortest game I've ever played.
That's the intro
good job,
of the game.
Dontnod. That was amazing.
That's intense.
Vampyr.
Now, why do you think they spelled Vampyr the old way? Is it to make the game distinct?
They're European. They're from.
Makes it more registerable.
They're from France.
Because if you just call the game Vampyr, it's like spell it the normal way, it would look weird. It would look too plain, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Vampyr makes
cool.
it sound sexier.
Yeah, it's cool. It's rad.
This guy does look like Adam Jensen, or Adam Jensen.
Yeah.
From Deus Ex.
Oh man. That is a bad night's sleep.
This is absolute madness.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with reality.
Now you gotta go drink blood to get all that blood back.
Yeah. I love the literary quality of this game.
Who tames flowing sunlight into a...
Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Okay.
So this is your skill tree?
Yep. What is this? Autophagy? Never even heard of this word. You drain your own blood. Autography?
Autography?
Autography.
Is this a real word?
You drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Wow. I guess we're buying this. I'm going to do it.
This is a real word. It's in Wikipedia and everything.
Wow.
Autography, from the ancient Greek, meaning self-devouring, is the natural, regulated, destructive mechanism of the cell that disassembles unnecessary or dysfunctional components.
Good gosh.
So this is a real word. We just learned a word today.
Yay. Okay. So I bought some claws. Do I want a blood sphere? A blood spear? I don't know if I have enough money. Do I have enough money? No. No. Oh, it has experience points like God of War. Okay, so there's lots that I could have bought, but I bought a Autography.
Abby Jamison. Yeah, I think a new Castlevania game will probably happen sooner or later.
Konami's pretty gun-shy on AAA,
but
though.
I could see Konami just inked a deal with some media company to license their stuff. So I could see them licensing Castlevania to someone else and someone else making a big Castlevania game.
Right.
Maybe Konami doesn't even publish it; they just co-publish it.
I like the Castlevania games that we got on the 360 and PlayStation 3. Those were pretty cool.
Those were made by Kojima, weren't they?
No, well, they were overseen, but they were made by the company that just made the Metroid game.
Retro Studio?
No. The Spanish company.
Yeah. Oh God. Who are they? I'm gonna look it up.
I forgot their name.
We should know this.
They're very good.
We should know these things. Mercury Steam.
Mercury Steam. Yeah. Yeah, they're very good. Okay, so people are trying to get in.
People want me
We are
dead.
going to get out.
I need to leave now.
These people want me dead.
Man, nothing is going to happen in our next 15 minutes, I feel. This is a game you spend some time with, but I definitely do want to spend... Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
this
nice.
is great.
You just became... who's the X-Men that does that? Mystique's daughter or son can do that?
Oh, yes.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, yeah. Thank you.
It's locked.
Bamf.
Tyler Fisher has a question. Would you like to see Amy Hennig return to helm Legacy of Kain, or a new Legacy of Kain, or a remaster?
I would like to see her make a Star Wars game. That's what I would really like to see her do. Or an Indiana Jones game.
I would like to see a Star Wars.
A Star Wars?
That isn't controversial or divisive or filled with loot boxes.
I think Solo kind of is that. It's not that divisive. Solo's kind of not a bad...
That's because you haven't talked to me about Solo yet.
Oh, right, yeah.
Johnny hated that, didn't he?
No,
Didn't you guys have a big argument?
We didn't hate it. We both gave it 7s. It was actually, it was pretty decent fan service, but also a little bit unnecessary. But the filmmaking and the choices were cool. It just could have been about anybody and not Han Solo. And it was dark as hell. I don't know how your screening was, but it was really murky. Hard to make out stuff.
For me, no, my screening was fine. It wasn't the way the movie looked. It was boring. Question, if Xbox has a poor E3, could we see more studios closing down? What can they do to bring more customers back? I don't think they're going to close any more studios down.
I think Microsoft has to double down on spending to make games that that register.
And they are. They've just announced that they're opening up like 2 new studios. So I think they've hit the bottom of studio closures and they're on their way back up.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I agree.
Unless things take a turn for the worst.
I think every company that makes media right now understands the cultural opportunities, the cultural resonance opportunities of video games, and they are going to continue to invest. You know, PlayStation had some pretty big success already this year with God of War, and that was not an inexpensive game to make. And I feel like all of the media companies understand that video games have taken hold with a demographic, a group of people, and I think it's up to the games industry to expand that demographic. That's what they need to do if they want to keep growing. But we will never stop playing video games, play forever, and we just need good content, you know. And it's probably in the grand scheme of things a little bit less risky to keep investing in the video game division than it is to throw tons of money at a potential television show or movie or something, because those are very crowded and it's kind of hard to get the eyeballs on a lot of that stuff these days.
Definitely. Jordan Cunningham has a comment. I hope EA doesn't make their next Star Wars game like Destiny or another online MMO. Well, they are. They've already said they are.
Yeah.
That we know that the game that was being made by Amy Hennig and is now being made by EA Canada. We know it's going to be an online game. If it ever gets made, I don't know. Maybe it gets canceled in a year.
It's locked, all right.
But yeah, they for right now it's going to be an online game. We don't know about Respawn's game.
It's kind of a weird time right now for Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah. And how long is EA going to be making Star Wars games for?
So cool.
That is really cool. You can't just do that anywhere, though, right?
No.
Like you can only do it in...
Yeah, so far.
That'd be cool, like an open world type game where you can just go anywhere doing that. That'd be kind of neat.
This game has got its hooks in me, guys. I am very, very intrigued by this. I'm definitely going to be playing more.
It's important that this was my big problem with A Way Out. It's important for a game in its first 10, 15 minutes to get its hooks into you.
Right.
Like this did that with that.
Oh, I'm eating rats.
I haven't even played this and it's got its hooks in me.
Yeah.
Like this looks like it's pulling you in. Right?
Yeah, totally.
A Way Out, I was just like, what? Like there was no big moment in the intro.
It looks great too.
Like a game shouldn't take 2 hours before you get into it.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't stream their first attach to a
yeah,
game,
but
right? Like
I wouldn't have dug that game if we weren't streaming it either. I would have just been like, I would have been bored.
Yeah.
Like a game, something really interesting and cool.
We had the sound off though. That was a story.
Yeah,
that's a story
but
game.
still, something really interesting and cool should happen in the first 15 minutes of a game.
Right.
Right.
I think
and
there are
nothing happened in that game.
A lot of people that love that game.
Okay.
But I hear what you're saying.
Like this game did it perfectly.
Yeah. Single player games, man, they have a lot of value and a lot of merit, you know.
You should gift a copy of this game to EA. Just send them a copy and be like, hey guys, have you seen this?
I'm sure they're watching. I think we're going to see some pretty big announcements from EA this year, you know.
Taz has a comment, Vic.
Yep.
You can suck the blood of hostiles if you stun them and press X.
Ah, thank you, Taz.
So
you've been playing already.
So you don't need to kill them, I guess.
Okay, now that you have blood, press R1 to unleash a vampiric skill.
The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it.
Yeah, Tyler Fisher. EA Canada made, a couple of Need for Speed games. They also obviously do FIFA and NBA, or NHL.
NHL.
They still do FIFA, don't they?
They still do FIFA. They used to do NBA here too.
Yeah, NBA Live. Yeah.
And they used to make the fight night games. Now they make the UFC games at EA Vancouver.
And right now they're making a Star Wars.
Yep. Dope. Love this. Okay, so the blood disappears.
Jordan Cunningham says, "Don't teleport yourself into a wall."
Okay.
I guess
I shan't.
a thing? Is it? Can you teleport accidentally into the wrong area?
I think he's joking.
Okay. Normally, when you teleport the pattern buffers, there's 4 redundant pattern buffers that should prevent you from teleporting through solid matter.
Are you doing Star Trek right
That's
now?
a Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know when my eyes start to glaze over that he's in Star Trek.
Every
mode.
transporter should have at least 4 redundant pattern buffers, Vic.
Okay.
This is a thing I know.
Okay. Unknown blood quality. Can I crouch? I always want to crouch, but I guess I can't. Oh, geez, so I'm just going to walk in and...
So you can start investigating people now, right?
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turk.
Because isn't the whole gimmick you look at a person and if they're a dickhead, you can suck their blood?
Oh, right, yes.
Like
That's
if
right.
the person's like a child molester, yeah, suck their blood. But if they're a nice person,
Wow, you look like you need a drink. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night. Blood all over him.
It's been a long night.
That's all good. Let's get you some beer. That'll help. Been there, seen that happen. Don't worry. Things can only get worse. Did anyone enter the bar?
no, that's too inquisitive.
Anybody
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
recently?
Look at this. He's got blood. I apologize for my outfit. I was just cutting some cows up for dinner tomorrow. This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
Should have made friends with him first, Vic.
This is a free country. People
I don't know, and I don't care. Have the right to come and go. All right. What's going on around here? What is going on around here?
It's like
everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not
Is
heard
it my
about the
shirt?
murders?
Have you heard about the murders?
Everybody fears the return of the sewer
The
dog.
return of Sewer Dog. Who is Sewer Dog?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades.
This makes me want to go back
You
to London.
murdered someone.
Does this
Blame
game
the
have any
sewer
real
dog.
life historical
Hey,
figures in it?
I don't know.
Like, are you gonna see Queen Victoria walking around?
Good suggestion, Tyler. That would take a little bit of
You make it sound like it's
a little more
Yeah.
effort production-wise than we currently have the budget
That would
for.
take a few more me's
Yes,
to do that.
but I definitely do talk to people about stuff like that. Yes.
We've done a few interviews with former hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
catch-up
I mean,
interview.
we do that when we can do that. I haven't been able to sort of under the EPMN umbrella come up with like new show concepts or new documentary type concepts in a little while, but that might change.
Oh, God, sir.
Jordan
You
Cunningham,
like
so where is
Johnny's Whale,
Nightcrawler's
just spat
pattern
you out of
buffers?
hell.
Didn't they do an
No,
X-Men and Star
no,
Trek
thank you.
crossover comic series?
I'm not.
I know they did like a
Oh,
Marvel.
grab a chair and get some rest.
Marvel.
This is going to be another long night.
Another long night? Why?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You
Can
must be
anyone
new
do
around here.
some laundry?
Don't you know about the murders?
Yeah, Marvel published a few Star
These
Trek
murders?
comics.
About these murders?
Tell me more.
I don't know
about
if they
these
ever did a
murders.
crossover with the
Every
X-Men.
morning
though.
for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Yeah, so this takes place during the Spanish
Do the
flu.
police have any
And I
leads
think
on a
I remember that
suspect?
was a thing.
Okay.
Before the
When we played the
outbreak,
game at
troubles
E3, the
with
guy that was
around
telling
here.
us about it
Hmm.
said
We're on
like
our own. People
part of the
die
reason
in
you
these
can get away
parts all
with
the
killing so
time,
many people
and
is you
no
blame it
one
on the flu.
cares.
Ah. I'm looking for someone.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently.
I guess people would be walking around with blood all over their shirt during the Spanish flu because people were dying, right?
And you're a doctor, so you have an
Yeah,
excuse, right?
sure,
Oh, I was just trying to help someone who was bleeding.
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet that
I
man.
need
What does it
to
mean
meet
when it's
this man.
yellow, the text?
I have questions.
They're pointed questions. I'd love a G4 Ask TV network under the EPN banner. Get these, get those sponsors 24/7, new and old rerun shows alike, etc. That'd be great, Tyler. I did pitch Rogers on converting the G4 Canada brand to EPN, but they were well on spending on their way to spending billions of dollars on NHL.
Gotta get those hockey rights.
Yeah. And hiring George Strombolopoulos to be commentator.
And all those severances you got to pay to John Gameshi.
Oh, well, that was CBC.
Was it CBC? Oh,
Yeah.
CBC. Okay, sorry. Roger, I got my wires crossed.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, he was on CBC, not Rogers. Derp.
I don't envy anybody in television right now. You just don't know what door is going to remain open and how long you're going to be able to do stuff.
Who are you?
People
Who's this
want
guy?
I mean, you know.
Crucifixing you.
Burning!
Present yourself.
This is amazing.
I need a word.
Can't wait till they announce Gears of War Battle Royale. I was saying they should do a Nintendo
you,
Battle
Farmer.
Royale. You play as the 100 best Nintendo characters and you just kill each other.
That would be
Awesome.
great. So now I have a friend who knows I'm a vampire.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Very civilized. And so clean. I could use a little bit of that cleanliness in my life.
It's like, hey man, can I borrow your vest? Well, he's not a vampire though.
Yes, not yet.
And
Unknown.
who might you be?
Oh, is that how you investigate?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Blood quality. First thing I'm looking at. Okay, so this is my names on a board sheet here, I guess, right?
He's got a crucifix though, Vic.
Yeah. He might be my buddy. Let's find out. You first.
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people.
Molesting people.
In fact, killing them.
Oh, he means like,
Yes.
yeah, upsetting.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Do I ever catch up with Evangeline Lilly? Jordan Cunningham is asking. I've seen her at a couple of San Diego Comic-Con events over the last few years. And I got a book from her, the Squicker Wonkers book that she has been writing and getting illustrated with the Weta folks. And she signed it to my daughter, which was really cool. She was very sweet. And she hasn't changed. She's a really cool person.
She's Canadian, right?
She's Canadian, yeah.
Everyone who's Canadian is nice.
You seem
No,
the
she's
expert.
the real deal, man. I can't wait to see the
I have
Ant-Man and
my
Wasp.
secrets, as
It looks
you
good.
have yours.
Then if you
I can't
are
wait
not
to
a
see how they
vampire,
deal
who
with the
or
ending of
what are
Infinity
you?
War.
Look at this. Adrian Leon is
Swansea of the
concerned that
Brotherhood
I
of St. Paul.
make my
I'm
215.
performing an independent
Oh, is it 2:15 now?
Yeah, it is.
in an attempt to
It is.
understand precisely
So
what's
that-
going on.
That's it then, guys.
That's going to be it for this stream, but clearly this is a massive game, and clearly I have much more to play before I give you my review on it.
Did you get another code for this, Vic?
No, I just got the one. Sorry, buddy.
Bye, everyone.
But I'll play some more, and I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are. We'll have a review up on the channel as soon as I plunk some pretty good hours into this sucker. I will stream some more just off of my personal PlayStation as well, so you can take a look at it. But thank you so much for joining us today. You all rock. Remember, we are doing EP Live from EXP this weekend, and we'd love to have you join us. I'll put up another tweet with the hours and all that stuff. And we've also got tons of content for you to check out, so please do. If you dig it, hit subscribe. You got to hit that little bell. I know the notifications don't always work, but you got to do it anyways. And if you're so inclined, don't forget you can hit that sponsorship button at any time. And remember, everybody, play forever.